This
which we try to call
conference
it
will
as
now
in
be recorded.
contracts. Now, contracts is going to be a type of an agreement. Contracts is a type of agreement. And when we talk about this agreement, I was trying to mention each and every agreement is going to be having a validity period maintained. It will be having a start date and it will be having an end date. Okay, so this is what we are going to be working it out. So when we talk about this one, it's nothing but a bond signed between customer and the company. It's nothing but a bond which is signed between customer and the company and which has a validity period maintained over specific period of time. Over a specific period of time, and it's have a validity period maintained. That means it will be having a start date and it will be having an end date. That's the first thing we need to remember. It will be having a start date and it will be having an end date over here. Now, how to work with this contracts? Now, we are going to be working out with two types of contracts over here. One on the name of quantity contracts, and second one value contracts. One on the name of quantity contracts and second one on the name of value contracts. Okay, so I'm trying to work with quantity contracts over here. First one. So how we are going to be maintaining it and what is the significance of it? So when the supply is less and demand is more, we try to come in and work with this particular contract over here. When supply is less and demand is more, we try to work with quantity contracts. When supply is less. When supply is less and demand is more for the product. We try to work with quantity contracts. Okay, sometimes what happens in the industry, we will be having some product shortage. So in that shortage situation, we need to make sure we need to fulfill the requirement of the client. We need to issue the stock. So in that case, how it need to be done? So when supply is less and demand is more, we try to work it out. And the most important thing, whichever contract you try to work out, no contracts will be having schedule lines. No contracts will be having schedule lines. That means you will be not seeing any information related to delivery. No contracts will be having delivery information maintained. No schedule lines. No schedule lines. Okay. So whatever contracts you work out, there will be no schedule lines. So for that reason, you need to release a contract as well. Now see how to work with this quantity contracts. So first try to create a contract document. So quantity contracts is what we need to create it. And this is going to be created using a transaction code BA41 for create mode. BA41 for create mode. And the document type use it for creating an quantity contract is going to be taken as QC. That's a document type. It stands for quantity contract document type. And for this, we have an item category getting displayed as well. Item category is going to be copied up as KMN. Stands for quantity contracts over here. KMN, there's going to be the thing which we need to observe it. Okay, so which is nothing but combination of QC document type plus item category group norm, usage blank, higher level item category blank. We get KMN. We get KMN, which is going to be basically relevant for pricing. It's going to be relevant for pricing It's going to be not relevant for billing, or it's going to be not relevant for delivery as well. So no schedule lines or no delivery information, not relevant for delivery. It is not relevant for delivery, and it is not relevant for billing as well. It's not relevant for delivery, and it's not relevant for billing, because we don't see any kind of delivery schedule lines. No schedule lines information is going to be getting displayed up over here. No schedule lines. Now, once you create a contract, now how it need to be released. Now we are going to be releasing it, because we need to always work with this concept. We need to release it. Now for releasing it, once we create an agreement, it need to be released. Now this release, how it is done, we are going to be creating a sales order. We call it as a subsequent order, or you can call it as a sales order itself. We are going to be releasing it by creating a subsequent order, and transaction code VS01, and the document type used for this is going to be taken as OR. Okay. And we have our standard item category getting displayed up, which is going to be TAN, and we have schedule lines which will be shown up. We have schedule lines because our product is going to be relevant for delivery. So here you don't have schedule lines maintained in the contract. It need to be released. It need to be released by creating a subsequent order. Now for this subsequent order, we try to work with outbound delivery, and then we try to go for issuing of a commercial invoice. How much amount customer need to do the payment for. So that is what this release process is all about. That's what this release process is all about. So this is what we need to know. So how we are going to be creating a contract, how you are going to be releasing it. When you try to release it, we have a subsequent order. For that, delivery need to be done, and for that, billing need to be executed as well. I'm just trying to do the same thing over here. Now, create a contract. VA41 is the transaction code for this. Okay, for change VA42, and for display VA43. So maintain our document type, which is going to be QC. Maintain document type QC, and try to maintain rest of the values as well. M6 and Y4. Now maintain our sold party who is trying to come into an agreement with the company. So maintain that sold party information. So this is our sold party, XYZ. Click on enter. Now, as I mentioned, contract is an agreement. So we have a validity period which need to be maintained. So maintain valid from and valid to information. So it is going to be valid from present date, from 7th till, let's say, till end of this particular month. So maintain it. And apart from that, try to enter the material. For which material? Maintain that material information and the target quantity. It's not going to be sales quantity. You will be seeing it as a target quantity. So here, whenever customer place an order between this particular date range, I'm going to be issuing a stock of 20 units. I'm trying to maintain a stock of 20 units over here. That's what I'm trying to maintain it. Okay, so maintain it. What? Now, if you get into item level, under item data, check whether item category has been copied up as KMN or not. That's what you need to see. So whenever customer places an order between that particular date range for this particular material, we issue 20 stock. The item category for this need to be maintained as KMN. And if you get into conditions tab, so try to maintain the price information. At what price you are going to be selling the product. I'm trying to maintain the price around 25,000 per piece. That's what I've tried to maintain. There's my selling price. And now you can see there is no schedule line tab because this product is not relevant for delivery. We don't see any kind of schedule line tab mentioned up. Okay, so come back, edit, in completion log. So PO number and this need to be maintained. Now try to basically get into header data. Okay, where is that text tab? Come back. Now save this contract. Now try to save this one. A contract has been created. There's an agreement which has been signed. So whenever customer is placing an order for this particular material, so we have agreed to supply it. In case if stock is less or not a problem, but we need to supply it. Now what we do? Now how to release it? So get into change mode, copies this agreement number and try to release it. Or you can simply click on, okay, so get into V-01 as a transaction code for releasing it, or you can use VA01 transaction code as well. I'm working with V-01. This is going to be the screen. So maintain the document type. So if you want to work with our customized one, you can use it, or you can use the standard one as well. So here, I'm just trying to take OR as a reference. And here we can see this particular tab, create with reference. Create with reference. So click on it. And we are trying to create it with reference to a contract. So maintain our contract document number, which need to be released, and click on copy. Click on copy over here. Okay, that's how the screen is going to be looking. So whatever the values we maintain in our contract document has been copied up over here. Whatever the values we maintain in our contract document has been copied up. Now what we need to do? Now here, check this one. Now check this one, like total quantity has been copied up as 20 units. Now I want to release only 5 quantity. Customer is not placing an order for total 20. He's trying to place an order only for 5 quantity. So I'm trying to maintain that quantity information and click on enter. Okay. So rest of the things remain the same. You can check the item category has been copied up as Stan. It's going to be relevant for pricing. So whatever price we maintain in contract has been copied up over here. It's going to be relevant for delivery. So schedule line tab also has been added up. On which date it can be done. So check all these values and try to save it. And delivery creation, billing creation is a normal. We try to deliver a stock of 5 units and we issue a bill for 5 units over here. Now, once you're done with the order creation, now if you once again get back to contract VA42, get into VA42 and check how much quantity has been released and how much quantity is pending. So how to check that one? Because subsequent document has been created, so that's the reason we are getting this particular message. So click on continue. Initially, the contract has been designed for 20 units. Out of that 20, certain quantity has been released. Now, if you want to check, you can see how much order has been received. We have received an order of 5 quantity. We can check this one. An order of 5 quantity has been released. And what is the balance? 15 units. There's one way of checking. Or second way. So in the overview screen, try to click in the initial screen, click on the status overview icon. So click on it and here you can check out. Contract has been designed for 20 quantity. If you expand it, out of that 25 quantity has been released and remaining 15 is still there. The customer can place an order up to maximum quantity of 15 units. Maximum quantity of 15 units over here. Now see, once again, I'm trying to release this contract by creating an order. VA01, create with reference to a contract, maintain contract document number, and click on copy. The remaining quantity also has been released up over here. Now try to save it. Done. Now once again, if you check the status, VA42, get into VA42. Now you can see the total quantity is being released up over here. Again, this line item, if you check how much order, we received an order for 20 quantity, you can see it has been done. It has been done over here. Okay. Now, once again, try to create a new order. After releasing total quantity, try to create a new order with reference to contract and see how system is going to be reacting. So we have a contract, click on copy. And this is the message we are getting it. Reference has been completely copied or rejected. Reference has been completely copied or rejected over here. This is a message we are getting it. Reference has been completely copied or rejected. Now, how system came to know that the total quantity has been referred? Now, where is the setting for that? Where is the setting for that? That's what we need to know it. Okay, now for this, you need to basically get into item category controls. So if you get into VOV7, so pick item category KMN. And if you get into details of this KMN, now we maintain a field by the name completion rule over here. We maintain a completion rule, which has been maintained by rule C, rule C over here. Item is completed after target quantity has been fully referred. Because of this particular setting, system came to know that total quantity has been referred or not. Item is completed after target quantity is fully referred. That's what you mean by this. That's what you mean by this. Rule C. Okay. So this is what you need to know. How system came to know that total quantity maintained in the contract has been completely released because of this particular setting maintained. Completion rule. Because of the completion rule. So there is a concept of quantity contracts. Now, instead of maintaining it rule C, if you're trying to maintain it as rule D, what happens? Item is referred with the contract release. Once you release it, then only it will be done. We don't work with rules D. Rule C is going to be good. But this, we use it for our target, value contracts. For value contracts, we work it out. For value contracts, we work it. Now, let me try to show you. Here, there's a first field what we need to maintain. Completion rule need to be maintained as C, and it's going to be relevant for pricing. So it has been marked by rule X over here. There's a one. It's not relevant for delivery. So you can see schedule line SAP is not active over here. Schedule line SAP is not active. So check this one. So here, item completion rule. Item completion will be maintained by rule C over here. That's the only field. And pricing field is active. That's the reason we are able to maintain the price of the product. That's the reason we are trying to able to maintain the price of the product. In the same way, if you get into sales document type controls, VOV8. So get into VOV8. So select document type QC. And if you get into QC document type, there's the first field. Document category has been maintained as G. We try to classify this one as a contract document type. That's the first one. Contract document type. We try to specify it as G over here. That's the first thing you need to observe. Second thing, if you just come down, it's going to be not relevant for delivery. So delivery tab is going to be left blank. Shipping tab. It's going to be not relevant for billing. So billing tab also has been left blank over here. Billing tab also has been left blank. So there's going to be the concept of how you're going to be dealing with quantity contracts. So there's the only field we have. SD document category, which has been maintained as G, which stands for contracts over here. Rest of the fields remain blank. So please remember, no contract is going to be relevant for delivery. You need to release it. Then only we can perform delivery. So there's going to be the concept of quantity contracts, how it need to be designed and executed. Now, next one we try to work out is going to be value contracts. This value contracts is going to be similar to our quantity contract itself. But in value contracts, what happens? We try to fix up the value. In value contracts, we try to fix up the value. Up to what value the customer can take the goods. Fix up the value of the customer. Up to what value customer can take the goods. That is what we try to maintain with the help of this value contracts over here. Okay. Now see, the process is going to be same. Once again, we are not going to be having any kind of schedule lines maintained up. No schedule lines. The value contracts will be not relevant for delivery. Again, it need to be released. But here we try to fix up to what value customer can take the goods. The entire process is going to be the same. All these steps are going to be same. No change in it. But here we use a different document type, which is going to be WK1. It stands for value contracts. It stands for value contracts over here. The item category is going to be copied up as WKN. It stands for value contracts. And this is nothing but combination of WK1 document type plus item category group norm, usage blank, high yellow item category blank. We get item category as WKN. It's going to be relevant for pricing, not relevant for delivery, not relevant for billing. Same, you need to maintain item completion rule by E because it's a value contract. And releasing process is going to be the same. We need to create an order, we need to create a delivery, and we need to work it out. Now, how this process is going to be working. Now, you will be facing a lot of errors for this. VA41, use document type WK1. Rest of the things remain the same. So maintain our sold to party. And this is going to be the first message we are going to be getting it. No pricing procedure could be determined. Now, if you get this message now, how it need to be resolved. So we have a separate pricing procedure for value contracts. We can't use a standard pricing procedure, what we have discussed. We have a separate pricing procedure for this. So to work, use OVKK and try to activate it. So for the combination of YSAM, M6, Y4. For this combination, document pricing, customer pricing, WK 0001. This is our pricing procedure, and try to assign the condition type as well. WK00 is the condition type user. Oh, it's not A, it's going to be Y. Y stands for value contract, document pricing procedure. Document pricing procedure need to be maintained as Y over here. Okay. Check these values maintain, save it. Now, once done with this, now see, so try to create a value contract. VF41, WK1 is the document type. So this is our customer. Ship to party has been copied. Maintain the validity period and whatever description you want to maintain as a description and fix up the value. Up to what value we can offer it. So try to maintain that value information. So here we can offer up to a value of 40,000. That's what I'm trying to maintain. We can offer goods up to a value of 40,000. And now we are getting an error message. Now, whenever you try to maintain any price information, whenever you're trying to maintain any price and value contracts, it need to be with reference to a material. You can't just try to enter the price information manually. It need to be maintained with the help of material. You need to maintain the price with reference to and material over here. That's what you need to observe it. Okay. Now we have a specific material for this on the name of WKM1. Okay. So how system came to know there's a message, because if you get into item category controls of WKN, we have a specific field which has been maintained up. We have a specific field which has been maintained up over here for the value contracts. There's a material user to fix up the limit. WKM1. WKM1. There's a material user to fix up the limit. Okay. Now what we do now? Now first we need to create this material against our organizational unit. So get into MM01 transaction code, WKM1. Log 1, sale 2, so basic data. These views are good. Plan data storage 1, and is what we require. So plant SAP1, storage location FN01, sorry, S001, YSAM and M6. Okay, you just need to extend the material. Already this material is there. You just need to do the extension process and try to save this one. Now try to create a value contract. VA41. So this is our sold party. I'm trying to fix up a value now. Sorry. Okay. VA41. So this is our sold party. I'm trying to fix up a value of done. Geezer. Rest of the values is what I'm trying to maintain. Now, if you want to check it out, so you can simply double click on it. Now here you can see what is the material. So we are using this material to fix up the value WKM1. And what is the item category? WKN. That's what you need to observe it. And if you get into conditions tab, there's a value what we maintain, 40,000. Using a condition type WK00. Using a condition type WK00. Okay. And once again, you will be seeing no information related to delivery. It's not going to be relevant for delivery. And we need to release it. We are telling the system customer can purchase the stock up to a value of 40,000. Okay. Now try to save this one. And now try to release it. So get into change mode, copy this contract document number and try to release it by creating an order. Because we don't have any kind of schedule lines maintained, so we are trying to release it. So maintain, click on copy, and this is the message we are going to be getting it. Exactly one partner function has been selected. You can see that partner, releasing partner is being copied. It's going to be our customer number itself. Once again, if you click on copy, a new screen pops up. Now, we need to enter the materials. We need to enter the materials. So click on this enter material tab over here and try to enter the material for which customer is trying to place an order for. So here I'm just trying to maintain this 2 quantity. Come back once to maintain it. Now click on copy icon. Okay. So 2 quantity has been copied. Now try to maintain the price for this. PR00. I'm trying to maintain price as 20,000 rupees. Okay. Now what is the total document value? 44. If you're trying to click on save, it will be not getting created. Now see. Now right now it has been created. Okay. Okay. It's going to be taking only the net value into consideration. VA42. If we get into details, if you get into details, consider subsequent documents, fine. Here it's taking only the net value. This is fine. Okay. Now if you're trying to release it once again, now see, VA01. So try to create it with reference to contract, maintain it, click on copy, click on copy once again. Now enter the materials which need to be released. And you can see we are getting this particular message over here. Document value has been already exceeded. The customer can't place any more orders until the customer do the payment for that 40,000. We are not going to be accepting it. Okay, we're not going to be accepting it. This is what is all about your value contracts, how it works out. Now, our system came to know this value has been exceeded or it has been used because of the setting maintained in our item category controls. So if you get into VO V7 transaction code, pick up item category WKN. WKN, get into details. Now here, this is a setting which has been maintained. Completion rule has been maintained by rule E. Item is completed after full target value has been referred. That's what you need to check out. That's what you need to check out. That's the first one. Okay. And why we are trying to fix up the amount again that particular material, because we have specified this is going to be the material used to fix up the amount, WKM1. And why we are getting that error message, because of this particular field as well, which has been maintained by rule A. So I need a one system to display a warning message if value has been exceeded. One system to display a warning message. In case if you are trying to maintain it by B, if credit, like if the value has been exceeded, then system will be throwing us an error message. System will be displaying us an error message. Depending upon the client requirement, you can change this particular setting over here. But whatever amount we are trying to fix up is going to be getting fixed again this particular material type, because this is what we use it. So these are the settings maintained in our item category controls. In the same way, if you get into document controls, POV8, where we are going to be creating our document type, WK1. Now, if you get into details of this WK1, now first field, document category has been maintained as G. We are trying to classify this one as a contract document type. And there's a field maintained. Document pricing procedure has been maintained by rule Y. So that's the reason in our pricing procedure determination, we maintain it by rule Y, which stands for value contracts. Now next one, if you just come down, it's going to be not relevant for delivery. So you don't see anything by the name shipping tab. You don't see anything for the billing tab as well. So check these things. So here document category and second field is going to be the document pricing procedure. The document pricing procedure is going to be maintained as Y, which stands for value contracts. Which stands for value contracts. Okay, so this is what we need to know, how to work out with the contracts. Quantity contracts and value contracts, two different scenarios. In quantity contracts, we try to fix up the quantity, whereas in value contracts, we try to fix up the amount, up to what value the customer can take the goods. So these are the two things which I wanted to explain. So we're done with our contracts part as well. Now next one is going to be the concept of outputs. So we try to deal with the outputs in tomorrow's class. So how to issue an output to the customers. So once customer has placed an order, we need to provide the outputs. So how to deal with that.